Hello, Abimbola Osodi here. I hope you are doing great. I want to quickly share something I've been building for professionals, experts, and business owners who know they are capable but often struggle to fully express, position, or showcase it. So this month, I'm opening up a small Audacity to Speak case study group, and I'm looking for a handful of individuals to work closely with. My goal is simple: to create more transformation stories of people who stop holding back and start showing up more fully in the moments that actually affect their income and career progression or business growth. And at the same time, to help you stop being overlooked, underestimated, or passed over for opportunities you rightly qualify for, simply because you're not consistently perceived at the level of expertise you operate from. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. See, over the past 8 years, I've had the opportunity of coaching people from different industries, backgrounds, and career stages. And one pattern I've noticed consistently is that when people identify and address the real barrier standing between them and the outcomes they desire, progress often takes place much faster than they expect. Usually from the very first session, such that people who routinely talked themselves out of opportunities started saying yes to them. Those who spent years doubting their knowledge, credibility, or readiness developed a stronger sense of certainty and conviction. And the ones who had been hiding their expertise began showing up with authority in spaces where they once played small. The results have been remarkable. Along the way, I've refined what actually drives these outcomes, which is why, in the coming weeks, I'll be guiding the case study group so they can experience the same firsthand. And here's what we are going to be working on together. The program is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 is for the voice activation session and your personalized authority activation plan. This is where we identify the deeper pattern that's been holding you back and create a roadmap built around your specific goals and challenges. Phase 2 is the Audacity to Speak coaching experience. Here, we get to put your authority activation plan into practice over 3 weeks of focused coaching, helping you own your words, own your expertise, and own your spotlight. And then phase 3 is the Authority in Action Sprint. This is a 21-day implementation sprint designed to help you translate everything you've learned into consistent action, visibility, and real-world results. Everything follows a guided process that strengthens your self-expression and professional presence, making it easier for others to recognize the contribution you are already capable of making. And none of this requires perfect English, becoming extroverted, or mastering tons of public speaking rules first. Now, let me show you exactly what happens inside of each phase. Phase 1. It begins with a private one-on-one voice activation session with me, where we uncover the real reason you've been struggling to express yourself when it counts. This goes beyond the surface level issues many capable individuals spend years trying to fix without success, helping us identify the deeper pattern behind the hesitation, overthinking, or self-doubt you've been experiencing. We'll also clarify the outcomes you want to create and identify where stronger self-expression can make the greatest difference in your life, career, or business. From there, you will receive a personalized authority activation plan built around the root cause we've identified and the outcomes you want to achieve. It gives you a clear direction of overcoming the specific challenges holding you back, while ensuring the entire coaching process is tailored to you rather than just following a generic approach. This becomes the foundation for everything we'll work on together throughout the program. You'll then proceed to the second phase, where we'll be working through that plan together. Phase 2, the Audacity to Speak coaching experience. In week 1, the theme is Own Your Words, so you stop letting fear, self-doubt, or overthinking silence you in important moments. By the end of this week, you'll be able to speak up more confidently in meetings and other important conversations without constantly second-guessing yourself. Organize your thoughts quickly and express them clearly, even when you haven't planned every word in advance. You recover naturally when your mind goes blank or your words don't come out the way you intended, so it no longer throws you off. One of the resources you'll receive this week is the Recovery Lines cheat sheet. Because one thing many professionals worry about is what happens if they lose their train of thought, stumble over their words, or don't say something perfectly. Most people assume confident communicators never make mistakes. The reality is that they do. It's just that they mastered how to recover naturally without turning a small mistake into a bigger one. So you learn how to move through those moments calmly and continue speaking without getting stuck on what just happened. For week 2, the theme is Own Your Expertise. Here, you learn to see the full value of your knowledge and experience so you can stop downplaying them in conversations. By the end of this week, you'll be able to recognize and articulate your expertise with clarity and conviction, speak about your achievements without downplaying them, handle conversations about money, recognition, and rewards with greater ease and self-assurance. A pattern I've observed is that too many highly capable people struggle to accurately assess the significance of what they've accumulated over the years. Since they work with it every day, they often stop seeing how meaningful it actually is, which is why you'll receive the Expertise Inventory, a structured system that helps you bring together what you've built through your work, learning, and experience, organize it into clear categories, and connect the dots into a coherent picture of your professional capability. Because it's difficult to make others recognize your expertise when you haven't fully owned it yourself. Week 3 is about you owning your spotlight. This is where you learn how to become visible without feeling exposed. By the end of this week, you'll be able to maintain a stronger, more consistent presence in environments where your input matters. Allow yourself to be seen, heard, and considered for greater responsibility without automatically holding back. Remain present and contribute with confidence instead of retreating into self-doubt when attention is on you. This week, you'll be introduced to the Presence Builder Framework, which helps you develop a steadier, more intentional way of carrying yourself in moments of visibility so you can participate more fully without feeling the need to prove yourself. Many seasoned professionals and business owners carry the quiet frustration of knowing they are capable of more, yet repeatedly find themselves overlooked or underestimated despite their competence. The challenge, however, is that they often rule themselves out of opportunities by avoiding the very conversations and environments where others would recognize what they are capable of. Once that shift begins, visibility no longer feels like something to avoid. Instead, it becomes a natural consequence of participating more fully in places where those desired outcomes are created. On to the final phase. Phase 3, the Authority in Action Sprint. It's at this point you build consistent action, visibility, and follow through. For 21 days after the coaching experience, you'll take deliberate authority-building actions with structure, accountability, and support. Depending on your goals, this may include publishing your first 5 to 7 videos on social media, launching or restarting that YouTube channel, newsletter, or podcast you've been planning for years, delivering presentations, accepting speaking engagements, or hosting your first live session, engaging more freely in sales conversations, networking events, and professional discussions. Whatever you've chosen to do in those 21 days, that will be the focus. To support implementation, you'll also receive the Authority in Action Playbook, a practical guide that helps you translate each week's learning into consistent action. By the end of the sprint, you won't just know what to do. You'll have evidence of yourself doing it. You'd leave with increased visibility, a stronger body of work, and tangible proof that you can follow through on goals you may have been postponing for months or even years. And perhaps most importantly, you'd have built the momentum needed to keep taking purposeful action and creating opportunities long after the program ends. This entire system has been shaped through my years of working with professionals like you, and it works regardless of your starting point or the specific challenge that's been holding you back. It doesn't matter if you've been telling yourself you need more certifications or experience before you are ready for the opportunities already in front of you. Victoria had that same belief before her voice activation session. But within our first week working together, she stopped hesitating and accepted speaking invitations she would have previously avoided or turned down. Or maybe you find yourself overthinking every post and thereby struggling to maintain a consistent online presence for your business. Jackie was exactly like that. Within a few weeks of joining the program, she was creating and sharing content consistently, eventually publishing 40 posts in about 4 weeks. She even shared that she had started enjoying video creation, as she mentioned in the screenshot. It could even be that you've been avoiding promoting your business or making the most of networking events because you feel your English must be perfect before you can sound professional. Kehinde used to think that way. Yet within 48 hours of joining the program, she found herself addressing a live audience from the stage without the usual self-monitoring or hesitation. And over the following weeks, she also began pitching her business more freely and even responded confidently when unexpectedly handed a microphone at a networking event. Or perhaps like Gloria, you often have something valuable to contribute, but you find yourself staying quiet in meetings, group discussions, or collaborative settings, only for her to begin contributing with informed confidence in meetings and sharing her perspectives more openly online. See, across different people and situations, these shifts happened quickly, often right after the first session or within just a few weeks. What they all had in common was not a sudden change in personality, having flawless accent, or mastering new communication techniques. Instead, it was identifying and addressing the core issue that had been creating a gap between what they were capable of and what others consistently experienced about them. And I'd love to help you create that same kind of transformation within our first 4 weeks together. In the coming weeks, I'll be working closely with a handful of people inside the Audacity to Speak program, and I'm only looking to work with those who are willing to apply what they learn, take action consistently, and share their progress and results as we go. I'm intentionally keeping this group small so I can stay directly involved with each participant and guide the process closely. If you've seen yourself in any part of what I've shared so far, I'd invite you to join us. But please note, this invitation is time sensitive as I won't be able to offer this level of access and direct support much longer. So if this sounds like what you've been looking for, this is your moment to step in and get started. The investment for Audacity to Speak is 150,000 Naira. And for that, you get a private one-on-one voice activation session that uncovers the deeper patterns shaping how you are perceived and responded to, a personalized authority activation plan tailored to your specific challenges and desired outcomes, the Audacity to Speak coaching experience designed to strengthen your self-expression and professional presence, the 21-day authority in action sprint focused on implementation and visible progress, practical tools and implementation resources that remove the guesswork from execution, as well as individualized feedback, support, and accountability throughout the program. To join us, use the link on the screen or simply click on the one in the description. It will take you to this checkout page Once your payment is complete, you'll receive everything you need to get started, including your onboarding instructions and next steps. If you have questions before joining, you can book a short clarity call with the second link in the description or send a WhatsApp message to +234 706 454 1451. I'll see you on the inside.